So, you ever look at a weekend chess tournament and then look at the World Championship and think, how are these even the same game? They feel so different. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on all of that. We're talking chess formats. By the time we're done, you'll get the structure behind literally every event, from your local club right up to the title match.
I mean, think about it. How can one tournament be a quick 2-day affair, while another is a grueling 2-week marathon? It all boils down to one thing: the format. That one decision completely changes the vibe, the strategy, everything. So let's crack this code. Let's get you thinking like a real tournament pro.
All right, let's kick things off with the one you're going to see most of the time, the Swiss system. Honestly, you can think of this as the absolute workhorse of the chess world. It's just perfectly built to handle these massive tournaments with, hundreds and hundreds of players.
And see, the magic of the Swiss is how it scales. It really doesn't matter if you've got 50 players or 500. The system just works. It efficiently handles everything over a set number of rounds, usually something like 5, 7, maybe 9 rounds, and you do it all without the logistical nightmare of having everyone play everyone.
So how does it actually work? Well, it's kind of beautiful in its simplicity. After the first round, it's pretty straightforward. All the players with 1 point play each other. All the players with 0 points play each other, and you just repeat that, round after round. What happens is you're always playing someone with the exact same score as you. So the better you do, the tougher your opponents get. It naturally filters the best players to the top.
But for most people, here's the absolute best part. You are never eliminated. Seriously, you could lose your first game, your second, it doesn't matter. You get to play every single round you paid for. And that makes it just perfect for getting experience and, just having a great weekend of chess.
Okay, so that's the Swiss, designed for big, open fields. Now let's completely flip the script and talk about a totally different philosophy. If the Swiss is for the masses, the round robin, well, that's for the elite. This is the format you see in the most prestigious, exclusive tournaments on the planet.
The perfect example? The Candidates Tournament. The one that decides who gets to challenge for the World Championship? They use what's called a double round robin. That means every single player plays every other player, not once, but twice. Once is white, once is black. And there's a reason for that. It's widely seen as the absolute fairest way to find the one undisputed best player in a small, super strong group.
Yeah, there's absolutely no hiding in a round robin, no hoping for an easy pairing. Nope, you are going to face every single person. It's the ultimate test against the entire field.
And that right there gets to the biggest selling point. See, in a Swiss you might get a little lucky, right? You might avoid playing that one really tough grandmaster. But in a round robin, that luck factor is 0. Gone. The winner is, without any doubt, the person who played the best against everyone.
So, let's put them head-to-head, real simple. Swiss, perfect for big, open events. It's a balance between fairness and just making the thing possible. Round robin, perfect for small, elite invitationals, where finding the single best player is the only thing that matters.
Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. This table is kind of like your ultimate cheat sheet. It sums up the 2 big ones we've just talked about, but hey, it also gives us a little preview of some other, more specialized formats you're going to want to know about.
Right. So beyond the big 2, Swiss and round robin, there's a whole world of other formats out there. And each one is designed for a really specific purpose, usually to crank up the drama and the pressure as high as it can go. First up, the knockout. We're talking pure, nail-biting tension here. It's exactly like a tennis Grand Slam or March Madness. You win, you move on. You lose, you're going home. The FIDE World Cup is the big one that uses this. And man, the drama is just incredible. One mistake, one tiny blunder, and your tournament is over. Now, on the complete other end of that spectrum, you've got quads. This is a huge favorite at local clubs everywhere. It's simple. They put you in a little group of 4 players who are all about the same rating as you. It's like a mini round robin. What's great is that it guarantees you 3 really competitive games in a fun, quick, one-day event. Okay, now for a really unique one, the Shawinigan system. This one's cool because it's not about you, it's about the team. Picture 2 teams, let's say 6 players each. Every single player on Team A has to play a game against every single player on Team B. It's an awesome format for club versus club matches or big international team battles.
And finally, we arrive at the very top of the mountain, match play. This is it. This is what the World Chess Championship boils down to. Just 2 players, a whole bunch of games, one-on-one. It's a brutal, grueling marathon. The ultimate test of skill, sure,
but also stamina and pure mental toughness, all to find that one undisputed champion.
Okay, so we know the rules right now. Let's talk about how people try to bend those rules. We're going to dive into a really controversial strategy, something that only even exists because of how the Swiss system works.
So get this. The idea is to maybe take an intentional draw, or even lose in the first round. I know, it sounds insane, right? But the logic is, if you take a loss early, the Swiss pairings will match you up against weaker opponents for a few rounds. The hope is you can just cruise, rack up some easy wins, and then come storming back at the end.
And yes, this little trick has a name. It's called the Swiss Gambit. And you can see why it's so tempting, right? It feels like this super clever way to manipulate the system and get a secret edge.
So what's the verdict? Is this some 4D chess brilliant meta strategy? Or is it just a huge mistake based on a misunderstanding of how it all works?
Well, let me save you the trouble of trying it. The consensus from pretty much every top player and tournament director is it's a trap, a complete and total trap. And the reason why this genius strategy fails spectacularly comes down to one little thing that a lot of people overlook.
And that thing is the tiebreak score. See, at the end of a Swiss, you almost always have a bunch of players with the same final score, like 7 points out of 9. So who wins? Well, they have to break the tie. And the way they do it is by looking at the strength of your opponents. The most common system is called Buchholz. All it does is add up the final scores of every single person you played. The higher that total number, the tougher your schedule was, and the better your tiebreak is.
And that is the nail in the coffin for the Swiss Gambit. Think about it. When you lose on purpose early on, you get paired down against weaker players. So even if you win all those games, the players you beat won't have very good scores at the end of the tournament. Your tiebreak score? It's going to be in the tank. Meanwhile, the player who fought the strong players from round 1 will have a massive tiebreak score. So in trying to be clever, you've actually just shot yourself in the foot.
So the next time you see a tournament's pairings go up, you'll be able to look at it with a whole new perspective. It's not just a list of names anymore, is it? You'll understand the structure, the stakes, and the hidden strategies. You'll see the story of the fight that's about to begin. So, what are you going to be looking for?